2023 is shaping up to be another great year for coasters, and in this video, I'm going to go through every major US coaster currently in the plans for 2023. For starters, there's SeaWorld Orlando's B&M Surf Coaster. The SeaWorld chain has been extremely aggressive when it comes to adding new coasters in the last few years, and after what was supposed to be their biggest year ever in 2020, where they were supposed to open a new coaster at every park, almost everything got pushed back to 2022. SeaWorld Orlando had a B&M surf coaster scheduled to open in 2021, and everyone was excited to finally watch the first surf coaster debut. But when they delayed Icebreaker into 2022, it was presumed the surf coaster project was either pushed back or cancelled entirely. Now we know that 2023 will finally bring the first surf coaster, and though it might be a disappointment that it's a stand-up coaster and it may seem like it won't be anything special, I'm excited and I can't wait until this new coaster opens. Then you have the new coaster going to Cedar Point, the Wild Mouse. The Wild Mouse isn't your standard Mack coaster. It's one from Zamperla, and this is Cedar Fair's first coaster from the company. The Cedar Fair chain seems to be working a lot with Zamperla recently, and if this coaster is a success, maybe we could see them go for some of the company's other new models. Wild Mouse isn't anything special though, and the coaster, along with the name, is kinda sad for Cedar Point in my opinion. I feel like they should have opened a mini launch Mack spinner, but it could be they're saving Mack for an extreme spinner a few years down the line. Either way, I'm sure there's a better family coaster that could fit into Cedar Point's boardwalk other than a Wild Mouse. Then there's a new family spinning coaster coming to Steel Pier in New Jersey. Not much is known about this project, and it looks like it won't be anything special, but it will be interesting to see this coaster's stats and manufacturer once more information comes out. Then there's Air Force One, which has officially been delayed from 2022 to 2023. We haven't seen an RMC coaster get delayed a full year like this before, so hopefully this isn't a pattern and doesn't end up happening with Hershey Park's Wildcat. Wildcat's RMC conversion is another coaster that looks like it might be opening in 2023, but at this point the park still hasn't confirmed anything, so I'm not sure if I should even put it on the list. But since it is such a major coaster, I'm going to include it in anyway. Then there's a new coaster coming to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This is another coaster that we don't have too much information about, but we do know a lot more than some of the coasters on this list. This 2023 coaster is going to be an indoor family launch coaster replacing Curse of the Dark Castle. The coaster will be an interesting one, being that it will utilize a switch track in order to go around the course 2 separate times. As Coaster Josh put it, the theming on this coaster will very likely make it or break it, and I really hope this ends up with significantly more theming than Pantheon. Another family coaster opening next year is Flying Viking, opening at Adventureland in Iowa. This is Zamperla's latest family coaster model and isn't anything special, but is another addition to an up-and-coming park. Aquaman is opening at Six Flags Over Texas this year, hopefully, just like it was supposed to open in 2020, 2021, and 2022, so hopefully this time it's real. This coaster was originally delayed because of COVID and then was delayed another year in order to increase its capacity. Then it was delayed again because who knows why. So hopefully 2023 is the year it finally opens. Lagoon's Primordial is another coaster that's been under construction for a really long time. This could open anytime and it's really anyone's guess at this point. ICDB has it listed to be opening in 2023 though. So hopefully this is the year it finally opens. Rumor has it the park is also planning a name change, so if that's the case, we should expect an announcement from the park very soon. Then there's Dollywood's most expensive coaster yet. Their brand new family coaster Big Bear Mountain will be the latest addition to their new section Wildwood Grove. The park is investing a lot of money into this attraction and is already back working with Vekoma on another family attraction. I'm not sure what caused so much about this coaster though, so I hope it at least has pretty good theming. It'll be interesting to see how Big Bear Mountain performs because it's the latest Vekoma to make its way to the US, and if it succeeds, we will hopefully be seeing a lot more of them over the next few years. Another Vekoma coaster opening next year is Circuit Breaker at Coderland. This coaster was announced a few months ago and brought a ton of excitement and buzz to the coaster community. Coderland looks like it may be the Energy Landia of the US, and their future is really bright. Circuit Breaker is definitely going to be a huge hit, and if it succeeds without any issues, I'm sure other parks will start to jump on the Vekoma wagon pretty soon. It's crazy that we're finally seeing a major thrill coaster from Vekoma coming to the US, and the fact that it's their tilt coaster model is even crazier. This coaster is going to be under serious watch from parks around the country, because if it succeeds, it's the type of gimmick every park wants to have. Chance GTX is also finally back for 2023, building a new coaster called Hot Wheels at the Hot Wheels Park coming to Arizona. This park is the first Chance GTX in a while, and this time it will feature inversions, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Not only that, but theme parks in Arizona have a not so good history, so it'll also be interesting to see how the park performs. Before I get to one of the most unique coasters opening in 2023, I have to give a shout out to Canada's Wonderland's Kiddie Coaster. But anyway, last but not least is Cedar Fair's Zambezi Zinger. This coaster is going to Worlds of Fun and will be the park's first coaster in over a decade. This coaster has an extremely unique spiral lift hill and looks to be a great addition to the park's lineup. It would have been nice to see a steel coaster at this park, but when Cedar Fair treats a park, they usually neglect a pretty good coaster. I'm not gonna complain. 2023 seems to be a kinda weak year for coasters, but a lot of the coasters opening are extremely unique and are at parks that aren't your classic big chains. You'll also notice that Six Flags isn't anywhere on this list, and that's because of something I highlighted in another video. Six Flags and the amusement park industry as a whole is in a rapid decline, and you won't believe how bad it really is.